So Oliver, congratulations on the Invisible Man, firstly. What I found really interesting about your role in this was that it was reminding me of a couple of previous credits of yours, like Dracula and The Haunting of Hill House, in that sometimes you play the man who's scaring everyone and sometimes you play the man who's scared. And I was wondering, which do you find more challenging and why?
Oh, I think playing the man that's scaring everyone is way more challenging than being scared. I feel like I was saying this earlier, that if I don't get more than 8 hours sleep, I get quite emotional and feel quite vulnerable. So I find the kind of the being more vulnerable, I find that an easier thing to do. This in particular was very interesting because Lee's written a movie about domestic abuse and about someone escaping that, and then the gaslighting that goes on. And so we had to he's grounded the story into reality. He's made this monster a real human being. And so part of the work that I had to do was to do as much research as I could. And with Lizzie, we had to develop the dynamics of this relationship. And so it's never comfortable, I think, when you're looking up and you're reading up and researching about how rife this kind of behaviour is in men and women and relationships that people find themselves in. So I think we felt a certain amount of responsibility to tell that as honestly and as truthfully as possible. And so I think this was probably scarier than doing something like Hill House.
Yeah. Can you tell me a bit more about actually working with Elisabeth Moss on set?
She's just amazing. Yeah. Have you met her? She's just the dream. She's so... I mean, and I know that actors say this, and I always watch interviews when actors talking about other actors, and I go, nah, they're lying. Yeah. But I genuinely, she's so remarkable, and she's funny, and she is disturbingly talented. It's if I could, I would work with her every time. I feel like we should just only make The Invisible Man over and over and over again so I can do that.
What was your favourite day actually working on the set of it?
Oh, that's quite a hard one. Well, it's a hard one because I feel like I can't, if I say something, then it will give something away.
Okay, that's fair.
There were lots of brilliant days. We spent 2 weeks down in Kiama. Anything that happens in my house set, that was a 2.5 week riot. It was very, very good fun that whole period of time.
Just all house parties and stuff.
Yeah, trashing the set, exactly.
I hope you don't mind me asking briefly about The Haunting of Hill House, just because I'm such a fan of it, and I think you give such an incredible, intense performance.
Thank you.
There is so much going on with your character in that series. Like, would you say that's probably been one of your most challenging roles to date, or? Do
you know what? It actually wasn't.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. It wasn't because so much of Luke Crane is me. And so there was something really quite freeing about being able to go to work and be that. I feel, without it sounding trite, like I do feel quite vulnerable a lot of the time, and I think it's weird for men to kind of admit that, but I do. And so being able to play someone that was that pained and I didn't have to hide it was a really kind of freeing experience, and one that I will never forget, because so much of that, and Mike was incredible at giving me such free rein to add in everything that I need and to bring everything that I needed to him. So I feel very, very thankful for that.
Really? I know you can't tell us much, but can you give a teeny tiny teaser of what audiences can expect from The Haunting of Bly Manor?
Oh no, I'll get in so much trouble. It's just going to be great. But I tell you what's even better at the moment is The Invisible Man.
Yeah, but it'll be like kind of scary, but also kind of, I hope, like something a bit deeper, which is what we love so much about Hill House. Mike does this thing, which is why I think he's such a genius when it comes to horror, is that he's telling stories with heart, and he makes you care about these characters, and he's interested in the complexities of human dynamics, and
And that's very much what Haunting of Bly Manor is again. So I'm really, really excited for people to see it.
Great. But first, The Invisible Man.
First, The Invisible Man.